Trucy! Trucy! You move quick, Apollo. Good show, good show. Trucy, you're okay. I thought... Don't cry, Apollo. Those good-for-nothing gangsters. There are some things you just don't do. I'm pressing charges. Wait, just calm down, Apollo. Or else... What the heck is that? Surprised? This is one of my best tricks, the amazing Mr. Hat. You look marvellous, darling. He's a big hit on the stage at the Wonder Bar. Yes, I'm a big hit. Ha ha ha. What do you think? Do you like it? You mean you... Trucy, there are some things you just don't do. I'm pressing charges. Apollo, now's not the time to be threatening me. It's you who's being threatened here. Hey? Remember what you said to Rocky's father yesterday? He promised you'd save his son. But that testimony's rock solid. What are you suggesting I do? Look, once a judge declares a verdict, it's all over. If I can use my time to stop that from happening, I will. Trucy, no more stage abductions, please. I'm not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when the witness isn't confident, I can perceive what he's feeling. It might not mean anything, but it's all we've got. You can see what he's feeling. Think back, Apollo. Think back to the times when there was a contradiction in his testimony. All the times. All the times there was a contradiction? Actually, I don't remember them exactly. Good thing I do. There were 2 times when he made statements that he wasn't confident in. Each time there was a contradiction. Oh my god, I've got to try and make note of the fucking animations during contradictions now? Oh, bloody hell. I'm not going to remember to do that. I just know I won't. He said the man tossed aside a pistol. Turned out he wasn't sure, and sure enough there was a contradiction. That's true, but how does that help us? Do you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he wasn't confident in, he displayed a certain habit. In his hat... Do you see it the very moment he saw the word pistol? His fingers got all tense and he fiddled with the corner page in his book. How am I supposed to see that? Exactly. Well, I could see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker? What? I always sat next to Daddy during his matches. I could see what his opponents were feeling. You mean that's how Mr. Wright won all those games? It's not cheating officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything. And I wasn't there all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker after all, but not good enough to go undefeated that long. Great, so we cheated, but what does that do for us? I don't believe this. You've got to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that. You have to watch his testimony. Perceive the truth. Watch a testimony and perceive the truth? The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm going to lose. Not true. Daddy said so. He said you have the power, Apollo. Mr. Wright said that. Watch the testimony, perceive his true feelings. Is she serious? Time's up. Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo. What was that she said before the trial started? This is what he meant by us being fine? Well, matters aside, she did avoid a guilty verdict already today. Time to show this court what I'm made of. Get ready for justice. Let's do it. Apollo! You know, I'm starting to think I can do this. I knew you could do it all along. Oh, one more thing. Try to cover for Mr. Hat as best you can. I just flew in here from the coast and boy, my arm's tired. Right. Court is back in session. Right, we're fine. I'd like to say to the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice. You mean me? Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat? Right, him. Don't worry about him. I settled that. You settled that? Yeah, it was an out-of-court settlement, right? Perhaps Fräulein would have us believe it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion. Now you see it, now you don't. Am I right? I think he's on to me. I wish he'd stop being so cool. Let's dispense with the niceties and go straight to the matter. What are your plans for our gifted witness? Right, the defence would like to request another cross-examination. Because I forgot to ask something. There was no issue with the witness's previous testimony. I will grant your request, however, but this court will not permit stalling for time. Understood, Your Honour. Don't forget, Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book. I'm not sure I'm qualified to watch testimonies after all. Focus, Apollo. Find his weak spot. Focus. If only it were that easy. My ears hear what he says, my eyes see his expression. Do I have to do something more? What other senses do I have? What's this? My bracelet? What's going on? My bracelet feels different somehow. I think Danny was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there. Find the weak spot in his testimony. I know this sounds crazy. My bracelet's trying to tell me something. She called immediately after witnessing the murder. The police undoubtedly have a record of the call. Why not check with them? Wait, Apollo! This has to be it! You mean his habit? Oh, excuse me, sorry. The only time I even had the book open was here. Which means the place to look for his habit. I don't know how I know, but I know. Know what? It's my bracelet. It's different somehow. I can feel it reacting to something about the witness. Your bracelet? I'm not sure how I get this focus stuff you're talking about, Trucy. But I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet's the way to go. I just need to touch the bracelet with triangle as it reacts to testimony. What's going on? I can see the witness's face. His expression so clearly is filling my mind. I can see nothing else, hear nothing else. Apollo? Trucy, what's happening to me? This is what I meant by focusing. Focusing. In this stage you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does. Well, that's great, but this is kind of freaking me out. Just look for Mr. Stickler's twitch, his habit. You remember it, right? Sure. When he says something he's not sure of, he fills with a page of his book. You got it. Right now, we're looking at the witness's face. And your eyes are sort of bugging out. I bet they are. First, move your focus to the attention of Mr. Stickler's hand. His hand? You know what to look for now, but you have to be looking in the right place. She's right, I can only see his face like this. Time that I'm changing my viewpoint. Perfect, now you're really ready. Ready for what? Ready to perceive the truth behind the twitch. Perceive? Try listening to the witness's talk as you focus. Then watch for his habit. Right, you mean when he fills with the page? That's right, that's what you're seeing. Look closer to perceive a triangle. Find the weak spot and I guarantee you'll be able to give him the royal flush. Spoken like a true pokerhead's daughter. I'm a magician, thank you very much. So I have to pay attention to his words and his fingers. Don't worry if you miss it, you can always try again. Right, look out nervous twitch, here comes justice. It's also orange too, okay, that helps. I saw it, just now I could see it. Mr. Justice, do you have something to say? Oh, with bang of death, quite bad for my circulation, you know. Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why'd you fiddle with the page of your book just now? The very moment you mentioned your cell phone. What are you talking about? I'm curious now as to the cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? What to ask? To see it. Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone. Why? What's that for? Show me, you'll find out. I can't. I don't have it, you see. You don't have it? Mr. Stickler, is this your cell phone? Where did you get that? That's the phone from yesterday. How strange, Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone's sitting here in my hand at this very moment? Wait a minute, what's the meaning of this? This cell phone was found yesterday in the Mirkatis Clinic garage. Mirkatis... That's where the victim lived! That's impossible. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? If your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police? It's true, I didn't have my cell phone that night. That's why it can be said I called the police on a public payphone. A payphone? So you didn't call your cell phone after all? And just where was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler? It's indicating with a startling high degree of accuracy. It was right around here. That's quite a ways away from the park. But why'd you lie? There can be only one reason. He didn't want the court to know he lost his cell phone. Because it was found in the victim's garage. What are you saying? Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Meerkattis Clinic garage the night of the murder. This cell phone tells all. That's ridiculous. That makes it sound like I snuck into the fellow's garage to commit some crime. Before I was trying to kill him. Well, Dr. Meerkattis was killed that night. Yes, but no, as far as reasoning has to be against the rules. It's true, I lost my cell phone, but you can't prove I lost it that night. Well, Mr. Justice, if that cell phone was dropped the night of the murder, it does raise a considerable suspicion as to connection with his crime. Now's your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime. Oh, he's already connected enough. I just have to prove it. Do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? Can I prove the cell phone was dropped the night of the murder? Of course I have evidence. I like your swagger, her forehead. Hit it. The court will see this evidence, Mr. Justice. Hit it, as they say.
Take that!
That's a side view mirror. As it so happens, Dr. Meerkattis' car was in an accident that took place the night of the murder. An accident? An accident. It happened a little after 9 p.m. just outside People Park, our murder scene. Dr. Meerkattis' car hit a pedestrian. What are you trying to say? From the absence of a mirror, it's clear the car was parked after the accident, which means it was parked there after 9 p.m. the night of the murder. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in that garage, it would have been crushed. After all, it was lying on the ground right under the wheel. Ergo, Mr. Stickler, the only time you could have dropped this in that garage was after 9 p.m. the night of the murder in the park. Mr. Stickler, you know what that means? You did break into the victim's garage that night. This is most unexpected, Mr. Justice. Are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Pal Meerkattis? No, stop. This is too much. This can't be happening. Prosecutors, say something. I suppose it's worth saying this. No connection's been found between Weasley Stickler and Pal Meerkattis. That is, other than this. I believe our next testimony will be most revelatory. Is the witness prepared? Yes, Your Honour. I know that face. That's the face of guilt. That night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, stand all clear as day. It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene. Yes, but your cell phone was lying in a garage. Yes, well, as you can see, my mother's cell phone has a defect. It's given to rolling. It's quite a pain when I drop it alongside the road, you know. Looks like a normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please. That's funny. My brother didn't react at all during that testimony. His nervous habit must not be acting up. I didn't sense anything either, actually. Looks like you're on your own this time round. Right, no problem. I hope. Here comes justice. So you went shopping, which means you were holding a grocery bag when you witnessed the murder taking place? Well, yes, of course. Incidentally, the prosecution has received no report of a domestic threat detail. Mr. Stickler, can you explain yourself? I mean, yes, I did go shopping, really. I walked around the supermarket trying out the free samples. It's a deeply spiritual time for me. I'm sure the store clerks would disagree. Do you think sampling free food counts as a religion? You could make a religion out of this. In any case, that night, I sampled to my heart's content and I was on my way back home, yes? I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back. That's when you passed in front of the Meerkatis clinic. Why, yes, that's correct. That was a pretty suspicious pause there. Mr. Stickler, do you think you can be a bit more specific? Please show us the exact route you took the night of the murder. Of course. Supermarket's here, along the main road. On my way home from there, takes me past the Meerkatis clinic. This is probably where I dropped my cell phone. Also past Eldoon's house. Yet where was I walked on unaware of my loss. And walked right into the fateful park. Which entrance did you enter the park from? To be exact, one might say I went in through the entrance closest to the Meerkatis clinic. Same entrance our victim used. Do you notice anything when you entered? Wheel marks from a noodle stand, for instance? I have no recollection of such a thing, no. Yet, though I might have missed the tracks, I could not miss what happened next. I'm a keen observer of the obvious, you might say. This part of the testimony is the key, I know it. Should I press him about the kill of the victim on the noodle stand? Do you happen to remember the noodle stand? Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, keen observation and healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything. I could even read the sign. I believe it said, noodle. Yes, that was it. For remembering something quite well, it sure took you a while to tell us. And thank you for telling us a noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Well, Mr. Justice, what about that sign could be important? I mean, true, it says noodle on one side, but the other side says Eldoon. So the sign on the noodle stand said noodle. It appears the defence has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. Is the noodle stand's broth really that delicious? I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well. Whatever sort of noodles the stand sells, it can't match to IBU's cafeteria. Some applied to the school merely for a taste of our smart noodles. I wouldn't mind a taste of that myself.
Hold it!
The sign said noodle, you're absolutely sure? me be frank, yes. In fact, the word unsure isn't even in my dictionary. Nor the word uncertain, or... He was wasting time looking that stuff up. Noodle, eh? I like that. Tells you what you're getting. No nonsense. Tells me a lot more than that, actually. Why are you smiling like that, Apollo?
Objection!
And you're absolutely sure the sign read Noodle? Just last week my professor offered me this praise. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler, I'll give you that. It's read without a doubt, Noodle. I see. Why are you looking at me like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes? Let's take a look at our map, shall we? So you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing here, was it? Although it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot. You think so? Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the stand and to carefully read what the sign says. See, the sign actually states the name of the stand's owner, Eldoons. Inconceivable! I'm certain it was definitely Noodle for sure, positive! I'm afraid your professor was wrong about your eyesight. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The witness said he saw the sign Noodle and he saw it right. What would you say if I told you there was one spot from which the sign could be read the way Mr. Stickler claims? What? Mr. Justice, show us this spot!
Take that!
The witness was standing here on the opposite side. How do you know that? When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads Eldoons, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand. Oh, this side says Noodle. Exactly. The name of the stand is split between the front and the back sides. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south. You got me. So what? So what? What does it matter if he starts a killing from the north or the south side? It makes no difference at all. He's right. Travel far enough to the south and you'll end up going north. Here on a global scale, directions are utterly without meaning. Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change? It changes everything, Apollo. Trucy. Remember his testimony from before? Though to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading. The killer and the victim are facing each other, and then at the moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts. At which point, the victim turns his head to look, and the killer fires his pistol. That's why the bullet hits him in the right temple. No contradictions, right? Right, but if Mr. Stickler's standing on the north side of the park, that reverses the old scenario. Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in this direction, bullet would have hit his left temple. Ah! In other words, someone standing at point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible. That's right. So now we know that Mr. Stickler was standing on the northern side. The wound location takes on an entirely different meaning. Indeed, you're absolutely correct, Fraulein. What meaning? The entry wound was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north. North? Oh! But that's where the witness Weasley Stickler was standing. Correct. So if he was standing to the north, then the only person here who could have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself. Order! 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 Wow, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. She just flipped this whole case on his head while I was still figuring it out.
Objection!
Clarify 1 point for me if you want her forehead. What now? Are you truly accusing this college student of murder? Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent, but something still doesn't feel right. I just can't picture him as the real killer. Please, look aside. I'm really a nice guy. All my friends say so. Let's hear what the defence has to say. What are you going to do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mr. Stickler? I don't think Weasley Stickler's a killer, but he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why, now. The word confession isn't in my dictionary. Their foreheads. I'm afraid it falls to you to indicate her Stickler's silence. Mr. Justice, you did say you were accusing the witness just now for a crime other than murder. Your reason? The court's all ears. I know he's guilty of something, but what crime other than murder was there? Do I have evidence that shows him involved in some other crime? Your evidence, the court's all eyes, Mr. Justice, shows evidence that points to the witnesses involved in a crime. He's the panty snatcher, isn't he? The evidence is this. What is that? Women's underwear? Hey, those are mine. Don't look at me like that. Order! 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 Mr. Stickler, well, I can't say this comes as a shock. It's not what it seems. By the Pythagorean theorem, On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m, a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely she gives chase, but the snatcher flees and hides himself in no other place than Mr. Meerkatz's clinic garage. Aha! Incidentally, these panties were found in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching in the first degree. Please hear me out. It's not what it looks like. Order! 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 Mr. Stickler, you should be ashamed. It's not what it seems.
me to understand you were signed not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of this girl's underpants. Perhaps you're not aware that my school's name was originally written IV. I stands for intelligent, V stands for valiant, see? Your points? I'm not done. Now I'm majoring in the science department. And what does science teach if not curiosity? Yes, we of the IVU science department are valiantly curious. No challenge is too daunting, and what greater challenge to a science than a mystery?
Come on, you're talking about a girl's underwear here.
No, you don't understand. A mystery is the unknown. The unknown is unacceptable. And my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are the promised land. From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate for science.
You saw the magic trick then?
A full-sized Carter was only the first mystery those panties revealed.
A tyre?
Yes, I saw her do it. She pulled a tyre from those panties. That's not all. First was the tyre, then a stew pot, and a frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic. Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar.
Huh?
He's talking about my magic panties trick. I just don't understand. A broom for a pair of pants. It must the laws of physics. A broom?
A broom and a frozen chicken, Trucy?
Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits? Mr. Stickler, you stole this girl's panties to understand a magic trick? You say panties, but they're much more than that. To me, they're an object for serious study.
I wonder. There's been a recent rash of panty snatchings in the area. Were they all you?
I'm sorry, but I did it for science. Each time I spy a pair of panties flapping in the breeze, I thought maybe this would be the pair that would elucidate the mystery. Either nudge to take me through the streets, and I'm talking too fucking fast so I can't read properly again.
Still, that leaves one thing unexplained. You refer to our witnesses of a lie, yes? The witness claims he saw the climb from the south, but was in fact in the north?
Indeed. Will anyone care to explain why I lied about that?
Be my guest, Herr Forehead.
Me?
Did I not hear you correctly? Do you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then did the witness lie about his locations at the time of the shooting? Or had you no idea?
Apollo, there's something about the way the diagram's arranged right now. When you think about it right near where Mr. Stickler was standing, isn't there a...
Well, Mr. Justice, what say you? Do you have any evidence to show why the witness lied about his location?
Take that!
The evidence that shows why he lied is this.
What? More underwear?
How many panties you carry in your pocket, Herr Forehead? These are the last, honest. These were found in a trash can at the park. Looking at the diagram, we can see that the trash can was right next to where the witness stood.
Mr. Stickler, you didn't. Alas, I'm a failure as a scientist. I can't unravel the mysteries of the universe. I can't even unravel a pair of pants. So these panties are your handiwork as well? That night, I had been chased, bound into the Miakati's clinic garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Don't you see how I felt?
Believe me, I'd rather not.
I hid in the garage for a short while. Then abandoning the panties, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went towards the south entrance. When I saw them hanging on a clothesline by the giant mansion. A giant pair of panties.
Apparently he didn't know the bloomers belonged to the mob. I had the safe in my pocket, ready to take home, and I stumbled upon a murder. The murder of Dr. McCattis. I reported what I'd seen, but as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. What if they searched me? That's when you disposed of the bloomers? Yes, it was 3 applied to the progress of science, but one that had to be born. A fascinating if disturbing tale. I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close. I am more than pleased to dismiss this witness for the remainder of the trial. One last thing, if I might. Yes, Prosecutor Gavin? Regardless of where we ended today, some vital points were made. Namely, the defendant, Waki Kiati, was at the scene of the crime, and he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Waki Kiati has a clear motive. Indeed, the defendant Waki Kiati is still the prime suspect in this case. The only suspect, in fact, assuming there's no one else on the scene at the time. Yet a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple has yet to be explained. The court requests further investigation from both the defence and the prosecution. Yeah, baby. No problem. Very well. This brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is adjourned.